AskReddit by Cluston. What song hits different after you read the lyrics? All Rammstein songs, after reading the lyrics translation. Still find it funny that they sell dildos as official merch. Meatloaf said it always depressed him how many people came up to him and told him they danced to 2 out of 3 ain't bad at their wedding. It was like, have you ever listened to the damn lyrics? Sting has said similar things about Every Breath You Take. Greased Lightning. That song is filthy. When Rizzo says she skipped a period, I thought she cut class. Edit. I was 8 and it was the 70s. The Macarena. Song they played all the time for stuff when I was in elementary school. It's about a girl cheating on her boyfriend with multiple people while he's away. Also, this list is never complete without Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. Not only while he was away but he was deployed, right? We Are Young by Fun is actually about glossing over a toxic relationship, domestic violence, and drug use. Also, some of my family members thought that Some Nights was a good party song if it weren't for the lyrics. Hey Ya is the one that pops right away. It's a dance song with a depressing message. Why are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? As my guitar teacher once said, any and every rock song that mentions snow is definitely about cocaine. So yeah, I'd say most songs about snow lol. What about that Eric Clapton song? The one titled Cocaine? That's actually about a fierce blizzard when he was growing up in Surrey. Edit. I learned a new piece of trivia today. The song was actually written by J.J. Cale. Love learning new stuff like this. Just listen to his version. I dig it. Thanks everyone. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Those lyrics went right over me when I was a kid. You got the peaches, I got the cream. Comero. A lot of 70s and 80s songs, especially songs like My Sharona by The Knack and Hot Child in the City by Nick Gilder, where they're basically singing about having sex with underage girls. She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone. They say. Into the Night is so creepy and the video is too. But such a great voice on the singer who I can't remember now. We didn't know anything in the 80s. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears. Yeah, another sing-along dystopian song about the Cold War. It took me a long time to realize this, and amp, I was around when it was first released. Even While We Sleep. We Will Find You. Acting on Your Best Behavior. Turn Your Back on Mother Nature. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I believe that song was also inspired by the novel 1984, so yes, very dystopian. Do You Like Pina Coladas? I had no idea that song was about a married couple trying to cheat on each other and accidentally winding up on a date together. At least it has good ending, because they got together and were happier than ever before. Jack and Amp. Diane by John Mellencamp. Life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Yeah, among the most existentially depressing lyrics that one is. It was true when I first heard it, and truer with time. 99 Luftballons was a fun song until I read the English translation. Wait, isn't it a fun song? It's about Cold War generals misinterpreting a balloon for a first strike, right? Having grown up during the Cold War, I love that song. Think it's hysterical and perfectly represents the 80s. Born in the USA is famously misinterpreted as patriotic. Listen to the original acoustic demo. https://yahoo.be/3ub3n4foy closed bracket comma. Before the record label encouraged Springsteen to redo it as a more upbeat, poppy version to sell albums, which, TBF, it absolutely did. The true somber nature of the lyrics really shine through here. Best comment on the video. Let's see some garbage politician walk on stage to this version. I Don't Like Mondays by Boomtown Rats. Sounds pretty catchy and all, then you figure out it's about a girl who shot up a school and the only explanation she was able to produce was the fact that she didn't like Mondays. But if you're not quite listening to the lyrics, it's a pretty dance-y song from the 80s, and not half bad to boot. Based on a real incident that happened. I think her father, who was abusing her, gave her the gun so she would shoot herself, which is tragic. Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. It has a catchy beat, and if you're not paying attention, you can totally miss the meaning of the song. I teared up a bit thinking about my old friends when I first read the lyrics. I have always got a sad feeling of nostalgia when I hear that song. Though for me it's more about what never was. Little Talks by Of Monsters and Men. Goes from upbeat catchy song to serious emotional damage. I just heard this on the radio yesterday. I guess I have to look up the lyrics, because I have no idea what it's about. Polly by Nirvana. https://yahoo.be/scmoyybrdy8 . It definitely hits different when you read the lyrics knowing that the song is about the abduction and rape of a 14-year-old girl in August 1987 in Washington. She was strung up and tortured with a blowtorch before being repeatedly raped and barely escaped when she jumped out of his truck at a gas station to draw attention. To add to that, after it came out, two pieces of shit decided to rape a girl while singing the song. Kurt was so upset by this he included this note in the liner notes of Incesticide. Last year, a girl was raped by two wastes of sperm and eggs while they sang the lyrics to our song Polly. I have a hard time carrying on knowing there are plankton like that in our audience. Sorry to be so anally PC, but that's the way I feel. I had never read into it, but apparently the kidnapper rapist had done it before in the 60s with a 12-year-old girl. His father wounded him and turned him in and he got 75 years. He was released after 20 years even with 2 escape attempts. 7 years later he did it again. Fucking insane. Barbie Girl Aqua. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky. You can touch, you can play. Who let me sing this when I was 5? The funny thing there is that nobody even had to read those lyrics. They were enunciated very clearly, even though English wasn't Renee Zandlin's first language, and the CD even had a disclaimer saying the song was not endorsed or approved by Mattel. Mattel still eventually started using it in their ads, getting away with it because songs in Barbie ads are almost always snipped apart with people talking interrupting the lyrics. The Drugs Don't Work by The Verve. I've heard it was about the singer coping with his father's passing. After watching my own father die of cancer after months of chemo and treatments, the song resonates with me. Cats in the Cradle. I used to love it as a kid, absolutely crushes me as an adult with children. That's on a couple of my playlists to make sure I don't lose sight of the message. The number of times I've told my son I'm too busy working only for the song to pop into my head. Fuck it, I can finish the work after he's gone to bed. I'm grateful every day that my job is flexible enough to do that. The song in the opening credits of Community is way too depressing for that show. Then you have Match with Suicide as painless. Semi-Charmed Life Third Eye Blind. 3EB was one of my favorite bands growing up. I still love them, and this is my all-time favorite karaoke song. I know all the words by heart, but for everyone else at the bar who doesn't, the teleprompter is often the first time they're actually seeing them. Makes for a few stunned looks and a good conversation when I get back to the table. Also helps distract somewhat from the fact that I really can't sing. Deleted. All Star is a parody insulting an entire generation's mentality. Every Breath You Take, and to think it was a Bride's Choice favorite. Even Sting was disturbed by how people misinterpreted his song. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. Pink Floyd Time. Deleted. Build Me Up Buttercup. It's a pretty sad song about a guy who keeps getting ghosted, and he won't take the hint. Avicii Wake Me Up. I want someone else to sing a different version of the song to showcase the lyrics. So sad. Sad but liberating in many ways. My dad remarried in 2014 after this song came out in 2013. My mom, his longtime best friend, died in 2006. He married another widow, whose husband died years earlier, too. They chose this song for their first dance, and it is such beautiful representation of their experience. Losing love and a partner. Raising families alone. The Great Recession. Losing your job as a single father. Selling the house you bought with your wife. On and on. Things that could be dark and lonely. But then finding another match, someone to restart with after the pain and suffering. My dad and stepmom were able to wake up from all that when they were wiser and older. Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. It's about drug addiction. Rooster by Alice in Chains. One of the best songs ever written.